first started listening to Charlie in 2016. I started listening to him because I was on a search. I was looking at things around me and I knew that something was off. I knew that something wasn't right. So I grew up in a Democrat household. I remember when Obama became the first black president. And yeah, the first black president. But anyways, when that happened, I was at home and we was watching it on TV. And I remember like when we found out that he won, everybody in the house started clapping and like cheering. My mom, like, she even got emotional, and I never thought my mom really cared about politics at all. So as I'm clapping right along with my family, I've always been this kind of person. I've always been the kind of person who I don't say much, but I observe more than I say. So I pay attention to things. So in that exact moment, as I'm clapping and cheering with my family, I immediately stop because I'm looking around and I'm like, why? I asked a lot of questions. I turned to my mom and I asked her, I said, Mama, why are we happy? Like, why are we cheering? And my mama said that Democrats have always been the party for black people. So I remember like I took note of that. But in my mind, I was thinking, well, it doesn't seem like they've helped us much because I've seen a lot of patterns in my own family growing up, and not just in my own family, but in the black community as a whole. I pay attention and I see patterns that are not getting better, but are actually getting worse under the Democrat Party. So I took note of that, even though at this time I was in 11th grade and I didn't know nothing about politics. Fast forward to 2016 and Trump was running for president. There was so much negativity coming out of the mouth of people that I was familiar with that I was shocked. I didn't understand what was going on because, I grew up hearing nothing but good things about Trump. I mean, we saw him in the music videos, the black music videos and everything. So I was confused as to why now are we being told to dislike this man? Why now are we being told that this man is a racist? The same man who was appearing in y'all music videos? The same man that y'all spoke so highly of? Something is not right. I started asking questions. And so because I wanted understanding, I went on a search. And that is how I came across Charlie Kirk. And it was through Charlie Kirk's content that I started watching Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum, and Terrence Williams. So through Charlie Kirk's content, I started listening to 3 other voices. All 3 of them were black, and all 3 of them were close with Charlie Kirk. And that is how I started listening to their content as well. But I have not once heard Charlie Kirk say anything racist. Everything he said was spot on. Like, I can tell you that as a black person who's been black all my life. And I can tell you one thing for sure, what he was saying was straight up facts. It's just a lot of us don't want to hear it. And that's where the problem come in, because we want to be stuck in this slave victim mentality, and it is so sickening. Aren't y'all tired? You ain't never been a slave a day in your life. Your ancestors wish they had the type of freedom that you have. And you sitting around here moping and complaining, talking about somebody got you oppressed. You don't even know what being oppressed means. And you need to get over yourself.